Hello everybody, Charlie's Cards here. Today, being Memorial Day, I just wanted to thank all the men and women who have paid the ultimate price and sacrifice, and the families that gave their loved ones in honor of those who passed away fighting for our country. God bless all of them and their families. And thank you for everybody's service. So today being Memorial Day, it's a day to celebrate our freedom and the men and women who have paid the ultimate price. So today, I don't bring baseball cards, but I bring baseball history to you in the form of a newspaper from September 8th, 1998. And this is the home run spectacular that went on in 1998 between Mark McGWIRE and Sammy Sosa. And shortly after the A's traded Mark McGWIRE to the Cardinals for 3 nobodies, Mark went on a rampage and broke the single season record. And this is the start of it. So this is when he ties Roger Maris Yankee. And Roger Maris set the record in 1961. So for 37 years, his record stood. And these are the newspapers that document that. I was watching Oakland A's, I believe it's 915. And he's a Mark McGWIRE super collector. And it made me think back to those times when Mark McGWIRE was it. I mean, he was bringing people back to baseball, and it was just a huge deal for the country and baseball to be going through such a home run extravaganza. And what he was attempting to do is break the single season record for the most home runs in a season. And Roger Maris broke Babe Ruth's record. Babe Ruth 60, Maris 61. So on the 8th, Mark McGWIRE hits his 61st, tying Roger Maris. And I mean, they went all out. In the picture here, it shows Roger Maris's 2 sons and the guy who caught the game season record tying blast, Mike Davidson, and Roger Maris' son Richard and Kevin look on. I mean, it was a big deal to catch a home run ball for this whole deal. Really neat articles in the paper about it. I mean, we look at the blast from the past where he picks up his son Matthew, who is now like over 30 and not playing baseball. He's in the tech world. Big Mac ties Maris. And it was a big deal. I mean, the world and the country was captivated by such an amazing feat. How could Mark McGWIRE do this? And it's pretty neat. Some of the articles in here from the past talking about it. Here's Major League Baseball records, and there's the Yankees, who went on to play the San Diego Padres, 91 and 52, and 141. And the Yankees went on to sweep the Padres in the World Series in 1998. And there's the Maris children again, getting a chance to say hi to Mark McGWIRE and the spectacle that was going on then. There's Mike Morgan, who gave up the 61. And the Broncos defeated the Packers in the Super Bowl. And the Detroit Red Wings went on to sweep the Washington Capitals for the Stanley Cup. So it was a lot of sweeping going on that year. Terrell Davis was the MVP, and Scott Brocious was the MVP of the World Series. So McGwire finished the season with 70. And then here's the next day's paper. The 62. Unbelievable. Mark McGwire stands alone as home run king. Martina Hingis was on top of the women's tennis world. Bill Clinton was going through the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And Mark McGwire was tearing up the most prestigious record in all of sports, the home runs. Herculean task completed with only feet to spare. And actually, the 62 was his shortest home run by 6 feet. So I just remember going through that, watching the TV, being glued to the set. Watching Mark McGwire do his famous feat. Little did they know that, 7 years later, it would be tainted. It would be tainted by the steroid scandal. He was a hero for 7 years, headed to the Hall of Fame, and then it all fell apart. McGwire's real strength shined through. So it shows us 62, Sammy 58. It has a history of that tied Reggie Jackson's record for the most home runs before the All-Star break. A 545-foot blast off Florida's Levon Hernandez, longest in Busch Stadium history. Credits home run binge to 10-year-old son Matthew. He kissed my bat. That's what it came down to. He also became the only player in history to have 3 consecutive 50-plus home run seasons, and became just the 3rd player in history to hit 60-plus homers in a season. So it was a huge deal. And this is a really cool picture of Mark coming around first base. It says, LaRussa says he's a better person than he is a player. And going deep memories there's a bunch of home runs that are just amazing history. So this is a really neat piece of paper that I'm glad that I saved. And it talks about where they got Mark McGwire's bat material. And then the IRS got involved, and everybody's talking about taxes on the ball and blah, blah, blah. Look at this article. Some of today's hottest stars and legendary rookies. You can get a porcelain piece of history. Authorized by Topps. So they made porcelain pieces. There's Mark McGwire, Ken Griffey, Cal Ripken, Frank Thomas, Sammy Sosa, and who is that? Derek Jeter. And you call this number, and limited time. It says, the original, rarely seen Topps rookie cards are virtually impossible to find, and can cost hundreds of dollars each. But these authorized limited porcelain editions are yours for only $19.95. Limited edition. Thought that was kind of cool. And they're talking about how long will it stand. And some of the most prestigious records. I'm going to turn my camera sideways here to get a few of these. Here's a full page insert article from Russell Athletics. And it says, it took him 61 home runs to become a hero, but only one to become a legend. That's pretty cool. And then here's all the stats of the 62 home runs. Every single one documented. What inning, how many strikes, how many RBIs, the distance of the home run, and the results of the game. I mean, just Mark McGWIRE sets a long gone record. And he's down Mark McGWIRE 449. So I don't know if he even made 500. I'm not sure. But, you know, shortly after he broke it. I don't know how many years he spent in Cardinals history, but there's some neat stuff in here. And then on the back is a full page article commemorating Major League Baseball, and fans all over the world congratulate Mark McGWIRE for hitting more home runs in a single season than any player in the history of the game. And it's signed here, Alan H. Selig, Bud Selig. Took a full page, Major League Baseball endorsed, full page. Wednesday, September 9th, 1998. Mark McGWIRE breaks the single season home run record. That was a big deal. That's a pretty cool full page. I'll leave that up. And then a year later, a little less than a year, I got this piece of paper. And this is actually Michael's farewell paper. I saved quite a few papers from that era. This is January 13th, 1999. Michael says farewell. And what's important about this is this article right here. Going once, going twice, sold for $3 million. So let me read this little portion of it, and I'll get into this, I think, tomorrow. We'll look at this whole deal, and to keep this kind of short. Mark McGWIRE's 70th home run ball sold at auction Tuesday night for $3.505 million, smashing the record of $126,500 for the ball that Babe Ruth hit for his first home run in Yankee Stadium. An anonymous telephone bidder made a wealthy man of Philip Ozerski, 26, a research scientist from St. Louis who caught McGWIRE's ball in the St. Louis Cardinals' final game. The price included the winning bid of $2.7 million plus a $305,000 commission for the auction house. So, dude spent $3 million on Mark McGWIRE's ball. And it turns out the same guy owns the 70th home run of Mark McGWIRE, the 73rd Barry Bonds home run record, and the Sammy Sosa 66th home run. So that's pretty crazy. All right. So that's a neat little piece of history going back to 1998, 1999, 22 years ago, and a little piece of change, celebrating the unbelievable achievement of Mark McGWIRE, who became a household name, and Sammy Sosa shortly after that. I liked watching Sammy with his little hop out of the batter's box. You remember that, everybody? When he gives a little hop out of the batter's box when he hit a home run. So it was a memorable time. Fortunately, I was around to watch it and remember it on TV, and rational enough and always a collector to set these papers aside and have them for the future. So I thought I'd share them. So this is dedicated to all you Mark McGWIRE fans and Oakland A's And this is Charlie's Cards. Today it's newspapers. A blast from the past. Mark McGWIRE, who now will never make it into the Hall of Fame and will never be recognized as the single season home run hitter. And nor will Barry Bonds. But we'll see if Bonds will make it. I know Mark won't, but Bonds has a slight chance. We'll see if it happens. Of course, Bonds hit more than anybody else in a single season and more than anybody else in Major League history. So that's kind of like inducting Charlie Hustle into the Hall of Fame. If the people who honor baseball and watch over the Hall of Fame like they do, it's going to be a miracle. So thanks for watching. Mark McGWIRE, this one's for you, buddy. I really enjoyed watching you guys run for that home run. I wish you'd have been at Oakland A's at the time, but a year and a half before that, you got traded for 3 nobodies, and it didn't happen. And then you were a Cardinal, and it did. So congratulations, Mark. I think you're still working in Major League Baseball. Last time I saw you were working for the Padres as the hitting coach. So get up with Tatis and do well. We'll see where you're at. So again, Charlie's Cards. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up or a comment, and please subscribe. I got much more fun things coming your way. This is Charlie's Cards. Over and out.